talented I am. I don't know how anyone does it. But we've got some big names in that as well. I think it's going to be some close racing. And we've finished with those 53s.
I'm so excited to watch the 53. You know, I swung the 1500 last night, so we go from 60 laps to 2 laps. So it's a very clear splash and dash. But yeah, the type of athlete that they are and the way that they train is so different to me. But I'm excited to see them put all their hard work and let it pay off in the pool.
Do you ever just dive in and think, I'm just going to have a crack at a 50? You can sit so comfortably in a 50.
We'll do 50s max at training, and my 8 will be the exact same as my first one. Like, I just physically cannot. So I have so much respect for them when they can actually like do one really quick and then like blow up after it.
Well, that's tonight's racing. It's going to be amazing. Last day of competition tomorrow. What's next for you? So we've got Christmas, but what's as we head into 2023? What's next for Ryan Callister?
I think the next big thing for a lot of the athletes here will be the World Long Course Championships in the middle of the year. We'll do a couple races, I guess once a month, like going into trials and that sort of thing. But really taking this year in for what it's been, and yeah, having fun.
Having fun, very important. Well, I think I speak to everyone here in the whole country. We're very proud of you. You had a cracking week, snatched it. So, ladies and gentlemen, can I please get a round of applause for Ryan Callister?
$7.19, Bobby.
Water is our work, and this is the moment in time that demands a stroke of progress, calls us in waves, and inspires us all to write a new chapter. Today is that moment, calling us to unite 6 sports: swimming, water polo, diving, artistic swimming, open water, and high diving, letting us celebrate first-time athletes and world champions alike, helping new generations find their skills and confidence. This is the moment for the next era of unity, competition, and collaboration. This is what we've been building since 1908. A world united by love, health, life, and sport. We are World Aquatics.
On Monday, we were excited to reveal that FINA has become World Aquatics for a new era of aquatics excellence. 6 sports, 5 continents, 209 national federations, 1 global federation. We are united by water for health, life, and sport. A new name, logo, and brand, World Aquatics, coming soon in 2023.
We are open
for the whites. We are world of fights. We are world of fights. We are world of fights.
Well, Melbourne, of course, we couldn't put these events on without the help from one of our sponsors and partners. And one of our sponsors, Nikon, have very kindly given me a camera worth $1,500 for someone in the crowd right now. So basically, what we need you to do, all right, we're going to think like it's musical chairs. We're going to play some music, we're going to get dancing on camera, and when you hear this click, you got to freeze. Okay? Whoever's the best, whoever freezes the best pose is going to win this camera, $1,500 worth. So let's get it on. Let's play some music, give away some free stuff. Yeah, come on, get on your feet, ladies and gentlemen. Shimmy, shimmy, shake. Freeze. Oh, great jump on it. I don't know what you killed it. Oh, let's take it away. That's our first shot, you guys. I thought maybe it's going to be you. Donkeys. We have a party on up here, ladies and gentlemen. Give us a nice dumplings. Got dumplings are pretty good. Take it away, music. Let's go. Frozen in an earthquake. All right, last time around, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Give us all the moves you got. Guys are turning around. All right, who's the winner? There we have the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations on let me squeeze through. Let me squeeze through, sorry, thanks, mate. Come here. What's your name, mate? This is right, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Best hair in the building. Obviously here cheering Australia on. You gonna cheer loud? Absolutely. Congratulations, got yourself a brand new camera. Take some photos. Yeah. Next, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Rod.
许是长白山写给山美人的信息，它记录了4394只动植物的繁衍、生长和耕耘。生命因许而生，万物因许而有。雨的梦是长白山松阳雪花的梦，长白雪，天然雪香矿泉水。
We are excellence. We are innovation. We are passion. No, we don't just sell pools. We are definitely solution providers. This is our challenge. Make the difference together.
welcome to the pool deck your referees and their team of technical officials. The referees for today's event, Daphne Byrne, David Condon. The starters for today's event, Kazumi Ekuchi, David Cooper. The Technical Swimming Committee Commission for today's event, Chairperson Fred Hunter. Vice Chairperson Cora Yuan. And Honorary Secretary Jay Thomas. Technical officials, you may now take your seats.
As you can see, we're getting closer and closer, ladies and gentlemen.
International swimming comes to Melbourne, the capital city of Victoria, Australia, and a city passionate about sport, especially international sport. For the local sports a religion, it's a modern, vibrant city of 5 million people, businesses thriving, the theatres, cafes, restaurants and pubs are throbbing. There's everything to enjoy, but sport is king. The perfect city to host the 16th FINA World Championships. Hello and welcome to the Melbourne Sports and Aquatic Centre on the shores of Albert Park Lake, just a couple of kilometres from the centre of the Melbourne CBD. In fact, all of the city's great sporting venues are within walking distance of the CBD because simply here, sport is a way of life. And a lot of the locals are packing the stands right now for day 5 of the World Championships. I'm Mike McCann, Bobby Hurley's with me. Bobby, 4 fantastic days of competition so far. I'm really looking forward to the next couple of hours.
Yeah, the week just seems to be getting better and better and better, and the relays here in Melbourne have been absolutely fantastic. 6 relay world records already. We'll see if a few more can go down tonight.
We've got 6 finals this evening, 4 individual finals, 2 relays. We start with the relays, and also we have semi-finals in 4 other events. Of course, semi-finals leading to finals tomorrow night, where on the last night of competition, 10 races, and naturally enough, they are all finals. So 6 of them this evening, including the 50 metres freestyle for women and men. So they will be the last of the races before the 3 medal ceremonies in the 400 individual medley for men and those 2 50 metres freestyle women and men respectively. So an exciting night ahead of us, Bobby.
Yeah, we're going to kick things off with the women's medley relay. As we saw the Australians, they'll be in the middle of the pool, but the United States out in lane 1, arguably the team to beat. Seto, he'll feature heavily. Lane 4 of the 400 IM, looking for his 6th World Championship title in a row. An unmatched feat that would be if he can get the win tonight. And we'll see the men's 100 fly. Noah Ponte had a great swim this morning. He moved through as the fastest qualifier for the semis. Melitite will race the breaststroke, and we'll also see the men's 800 freestyle fastest heat.
As we meet the officials overseeing the program this evening, and they're being introduced to the crowd here. The very appreciative crowd here at the Melbourne Sports and Aquatic Centre. As I mentioned, the stands are packed, and I'm sure these competition officials will ensure a smooth running of all the races there. You mentioned a couple of the highlights coming up tonight. Looking forward to Seto. He has won the men's 400 metres individual medley final at the last 5 short course world championships. It's an amazing record, going for number 6.
Yeah, when you told me that, I almost didn't believe you. 5 in a row, undefeated in the short course 400 IM since 2012. Here we go, we got the women's butterflies there on camera. That's McKeon and Husk. They'll be swimming the butterfly legs in the medley relay, which is the first event of the program. Ryan Murphy, there already 2 individual gold medals this week in the pool with that controversial re-swim in the men's 50 backstroke final last night. There's Chalmers on camera looking nice and relaxed. He's going to anchor the men's medley relay team home. And of course, leading off the Australian team, Isaac Cooper. So in that second race of the program, we will see Cooper and Murphy side by side.
Yes, that is going to be fascinating, isn't it? We'll start with the women's 4x50 metres medley relay, though, and as we left the call room there, the girls looking as if they are ready to get out there and fire their best shots. Cody Simpson, a swimmer himself, he represented Australia at the Commonwealth Games, and I'm sure you know the Cody Simpson story, a very successful musician in the United States, and he's returned to the pool to satisfy some of his ambitions. The women's 4x50 metres medley relay is the first of our finals here. And the world record 1:42.38. It may well fall here.
It's time for our first race of the evening. Now introducing the relays in the women's 4x50 medley relay. In lane A, Kubova, Horska, Simonova, Yanikova, the team from Czech Republic.
The Czech Republic had a great morning swim to qualify for this final. Simonova will swim the butterfly leg this time around.
In 1, Kurzan, King, Husk and Douglas, United States of America.
Well, the USA set the world record in 2018 in China, and this is a super-duper team. They may lower it from lane 1.
In 7, Mas, Pickram, McNeil, Ruck, Team Canada.
Bit of star power in this team as well. The Canadians, Maggie McNeil on that crucial third leg. Kylie Marks will kick things off on the backstroke.
In 2, Dusant, Schouten, De Waard, Steenbergen, Team Netherlands.
The Netherlands always strong in the female relays there. Toussaint will give them a good start.
In 6, Takahashi, Aoki, Suda, Igarashi, Team Japan.
And the Japanese women, 4th fastest qualifiers this morning. Takahashi on the backstroke. Riona Aoki will swim breaststroke.
In 3, Picre, Bounet, Enik Gastadello, Team France.
Pigray will give France a good start here, and Gastaldello will be flying in the finish.
In lane 5, Hansen, Formal, Univik, Coleman, Team Sweden.
The Swedes in lane 5. Coleman will swim freestyle. Louise Hansen to that first leg of backstroke.
And in lane 4, O'Callaghan, Hodges, McKeon, Wilson, Team Australia.
The host nation goes in as the fastest qualifiers. They will be led off by Molly O'Callaghan. Emma McKeon will be swimming the butterfly. Maddie Wilson the freestyle. Great way to start the program with the women's 4x50 metres medley relay. Australia, the fastest qualifiers in 4. Watch for the United States, though, creeping into the final in lane 1. The world record is under threat.
Yeah, they almost missed the final this morning, the US. They've had a complete swap. 4 new swimmers come into this final. Sweden will be tough to beat. A lot of star power in this women's medley relay.
Noisy crowd to start things off. Australia with plenty of support in the stands. Night 4:35 underway here. Australia in 4, Sweden in 5, the USA in 1. It's O'Callaghan and Hansen for Sweden. Curzon, the United States.
Yeah, O'Callaghan, the bronze medalist in the 50 backstroke. She gets her feet on the wall first. This will be crucial to see if she can give the Australian team a lead. The United States up there in lane 1. Claire Curzon swimming strongly, and Sweden not far away in front of that world record line. It's early days. We'll look at the time. 25:49 for O'Callaghan. That's a personal best.
A sensational start for the Australians. Sweden there in the middle lanes as well. It's Hodges and Formal. Lily King in the water for the United States up there in 1. Australia still in front.
Yeah, this is a crucial leg for the Australians. Hodges swimming well, but Lily King racing up there in the top of the screen. We know how strong she is in the sprint breaststroke events. She might be edging towards the front. They're going to touch fairly close together. McKeon in the water now for the Australians, and Tori Husk, winner of the 50 fly, up there for the American team.
Australia just in front. It was 1500ths of a second in this third leg. It's now 2600ths of a second as Sweden take over from the USA. Australia with McKeon in there. Waiting is Maddie Wilson as we get to the last of the changeovers.
Yeah, this is going to be tight because we don't have McKeon on the anchor. The Australians and Sweden having the race of their life. Wilson in there, Michelle Coleman for the Swedish team, and watch out for Douglas from the USA.
Australia from Sweden, now Sweden may have taken over. The USA flying down in lane number 1. We'll watch for the world record. It looks like Australia. Australia in a world record. Striking gold. The quartet from Australia. 1:42.35. Silver, the USA. Bronze to Sweden.
Oh, what a tight race. Another gold for the Australian team, and another relay world record gets smashed here in Melbourne.
O'Callaghan, Hodges, McKeon and Wilson. They have shaved the world record by 3/100ths of a second, but it's a new world mark and a gold medal.
Oh, that was incredibly close. These 4x50 medley and freestyle relays have been so exciting at these championships. Coming down, that was the last turn. Wilson in the water. Sweden threw up a huge challenge, and Kate Douglas was flying home on the left of screen. This is the finish. Nothing in it. Just 8/100ths of a second separate the top 3 teams. World record on the line. Gold medals up for grabs. And it goes to the girls with the golden caps. The Australian women extremely hard to beat across all relays here.
What a start. Australia in a world record time. The USA the silver, Sweden the bronze medal.
Wow, what a way to start the night. Another medal relay win for Australia and a world record. Emma, what a great start to your evening, and of course Team Australia's.
Yeah, it's awesome, and we've got a great crowd again tonight, so I think they're the ones that cheered us on and got us that world record.
Right? And Molly, you know, there's been some incredible performances this whole week from Team Australia. I think this sort of goes to show the depth of talent that we have here in this country.
Yeah, everyone's done so amazing so far, and I'm incredibly proud of the team. And I think there's so much more to go, and yeah, I don't really know what to say.
We absolutely loved it. We've got a little something for you guys as well. Look, another check for $25,000 US. Ladies and gentlemen, please give up your new world record holders, Team Australia.
That gets the crowd excited. What a performance. And what a performance by Sweden as well. They were just touched out and back in third place. It was so close between Australia, the USA and the Swedish team. Now the men's 4x50 metres medley relay, where Italy set a world record last year of 1:30.14.
It's the men's turn for the 4x50 meter medley relay final. In 8, Wang Yang Xin in Pan, People's Republic of China.
And China starting in lane 8 here. Japan will swim freestyle. He was in that 100 free final a few days ago.
In 1, Cooper, Bell, Temple, Chalmers, Team Australia.
Well, they just snuck into the final, the Australians. Isaac Cooper, so unlucky last night to
In
lead
7,
them out.
Hindenburg, Hormo, Forstanja, and De Boer. Team Netherlands.
A strong team here for the Netherlands. Hindenburg and Corbeau will get things started on the first 2 legs.
In 2, Murphy, Fink, Casas, and Andrew, United States of America.
The United States also looking to improve upon their heat time here. A strong quartet.
In 6, Kawamoto, Hinamoto, Tanaka, Kawani, Team Japan.
Japan in 6. Kawamoto will swim backstroke. Kawani, the freestyle leg.
In 3, Braunschweig, Matsura, Kush, Sasho, Team Germany.
Germany in lane number 3 to be led out by Brunswick, Salcho to swim the anchor.
In 5, Tomac, Aitkasi, Grousset, Manadu, Team France.
They're up for this one. The French team in 5. World record in the freestyle mixed relay last
And in
night.
4, Mora, Martignieri, Rivolta, De Plano, Team Italy.
Italy with the fastest qualifying time here, 1:32.31. To be led off by Lorenzo Mora. Martinenghi to swim the breaststroke. Another strong team. Here's the lineup for the men's 4x50 medley relay, and 2 of the big guns out there. They'll be at the top of the screen, Australia and the USA. Italy, the fastest qualifiers.
Well, how about this for fate?
This
after
is
the
the final in
reswim
the men's 4x50
of the
meter
50 backstroke
medley
last
relay.
night, where Cooper was beaten by Murphy after winning the original race. They find themselves side by side, leading off this relay in a 50-meter backstroke rematch. Don't you think Cooper will be fired up for this one?
Ryan Murphy ended up with the gold medal, of course. Cooper, the silver. So perhaps Murphy better off the wall there than Cooper. The USA in 2, Australia 1, Italy through Mora in 4.
Yeah, let's look at the top of the screen. The Italian Mora got away well. Murphy was fast off the wall. It's Cooper that turns first, just like he did in the final last night. Murphy surfacing well. There's not much in it. Cooper looks to be getting on top. We'll have a look at the finish. Murphy again, 22.61, quicker than his swim last night.
In second place, it's Italy. Martinenghi in there. The United States have Nick Fink. Bell of Australia. This is a crucial leg.
Yeah, Fink in the water, the defending champ in the 50 breaststroke. We'll see if he can get over the top of Martinenghi. The Italian team, they're strong on all 4 legs. The Italians in 4, they're edging that world record line.
So it's the Italians who lead it. In second place by a quarter of a second, the USA, back to Japan, and then Australia. We're into the butterfly.
Oh, there's Matteo Rivolta in the water now. He broke out right on that 15-meter mark, and he's put a margin on Casas there for the United States. Rivolta and the Italians. Can we see another world record go down?
The Italians a big, big lead going into the final leg. De Plano it is in front, under world record pace. The United States, Australia up there with Chalmers finishing off. This is going to be a terrific race to the finish. The Italians out there. Can anyone catch them? Surely not. The USA with a big finish. It is going to be the Italians in another world record. Italy take gold and lower the world mark. The United States silver, Australia bronze.
big time swing for the Italian men. Second relay world record of the championships. They are such a strong team across multiple distances and so many strokes. The Italian men have come to Melbourne with their best team, and they are starting to have a bit of fun here. Martineghi on that breaststroke split got them out in front. It was a really good battle to watch in the 50 backstroke lead off there. Murphy gets his hand on the wall first, so full credit to him in that little rematch with Cooper. And Revolta on the butterfly really opened up the lead. He split there, 21.6 for Revolta. He got half a second over the American flyer. And then once you get that little bit of clean water in this short 4x50 relay, it's extremely hard to chase anybody down because there's just so much wash and waves in the pool. De Plano just sealing the deal there. And another gold for Italy. That's gold medal number 5 of the championships.
Another world record in the relays, 129.72, breaking the old mark of 130.14. Silver, the United States, Australia, bronze.
I tell you what, they said the captain can speak for us. Matteo, listen, an amazing performance. Second world record for Team Italy this week. What a way to start day 5.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, world record. I've been enjoying a lot racing with these guys. Yeah, it's a big result. And then I'm really happy that there's my mother on the stand watching me. And that's it's my private fan club that follow me everywhere. So I'm really happy for that.
That's really sweet. We love that. Thanks for coming in, guys. Nicola, you know, it is a team effort, a relay, right? But all of you guys smashed that. That world record just kept getting further and further, you know, the gap bigger. You know, racing alongside these boys, everyone pulled their own there, and it all came together on the night.
Yeah, we are a big team. We are closer. So that's amazing. That's amazing complete. That's amazing finish our season like that. So the job is not finished, so we have to race again. So let's start.
Well, here you go. Before you go, I got you to give yourselves a check for $25,000. Ladies and gentlemen, your new world record holders, Team Italy.
There's been a lot of checks written out here at Melbourne. World record after world record.
What's that, number 8 in the relay events? I think they missed in the 4x200s went down. I believe it might only be 1 or 2 relays at most which haven't been, the world record hasn't been broken.
Well, from one extreme to the other now. The men's 800 metres freestyle, the final / fastest heat, effectively the final to decide the medals.
Our next event is the fastest heat of the men's 800-meter freestyle. Swimming in lane 8, representing Japan, Shogo Takeda.
Shogo Takeda swimming from lane 8 is a silver medalist from the Asian Games.
In lane 1, representing Australia, Alexander Grant.
He's swum before at the World Junior Championships, Alexander Grant. This is his first appearance at the World Senior Championships, a 21-year-old.
In lane 7, representing Australia, Matt Horton.
2 Australians in the final. Matt Horton there in 7.
In lane 2, representing Norway, Henrik Christensen.
Henrik Christensen, 9th in Tokyo. He finished 5th in the 800 in Kazan 2015, the 26-year-old.
In lane 6, representing France, Joris Bouchard.
The resurgent French team, Bouchard there in 6. It's his first international competition
in
since
lane 3,
2016.
representing France, Logan Fontaine.
And another Frenchman here, Fontaine, in lane number 3, 5th in the 1500 metres and 11th in the 4.
In 5, representing United States of America, David Johnston.
David Johnston, the 21-year-old, the United States placed 8th in the 1500 freestyle here.
And in lane 4, representing Italy, Gregorio Poltrinieri.
Here's the world champion from Budapest a few months ago, 4th in the Olympics, and he won the 1500 at the World Short Course back in 2014. Poltrinieri, the man to beat. Lane 4. Now the fastest heat of the men's 800 metres freestyle to determine the medals here. Poltrinieri, definitely the man to beat. The Olympic champion, or rather the world champion from Budapest, the long course championships.
Yes, Poltrinieri will be in the middle. David Johnston has been impressive throughout this short course season. He's looking for his first World Championship medal. And there's a host of other swimmers that could potentially be on the podium.
Maintain lane 3 from France. Lane 6. Off they go. Quickly off the blocks there was Grant in lane number 1. Poltrinieri in 4 and Johnston 5, with the quickest of the times making the final here. Poltrinieri, 28 years of age. He would have known what preceded him with a world record by his relay comrades. And if he needed any firing up, well, that would have done the job as they go through the first 50 metres. Poltrinieri leading in second place. Takeda down there in lane number 8, and then third would be Fontaine in lane 3.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something for the Italians to get 2 gold medals in a row in men's events early in a finals program? And there he is in the middle of the pool, Poltrinieri. He likes to be the pace setter. He likes to take it out aggressively. He knows he's fitter than everybody else in the field, but he lacks the skills and the turns and the change of speed if it becomes a close race. Everybody in the world knows that. We've been seeing Poltrinieri swim at this level since he got silver at this event back in Istanbul 2012. He's won this event once since then. He won in 2014, been on the podium 3 or 4 times over the past 10 years. And of course, he did win the 1500 freestyle by a big margin on the first night of competition here in Melbourne. But he was challenged by Christensen, who's swimming at the lane 2, for about 1,000 metres of that race before Christensen fell off. So the swimmers here, they would feel sense a bit of vulnerability from Poltrinieri, because he does prefer longer races like the 1500 or the open water, and he does prefer long course because there's less turns. So that's Fontaine from France, just right on his right shoulder right now there in lane 3, and David Johnston, who's the American swimmer that we haven't seen in international waters before, swimming on the left, and everybody else still well and truly in that race. Bouchard, Mac Horden can never be written off of Australia, and Takeda in lane 8.
Well, David Johnston actually has the fastest time this year. It's his entry time here, 7:30.41 from Logan Fontaine, 5 seconds behind, and Poltrinieri at 7:35.98. But of course, they don't swim the 800 all that often, so there wouldn't be a lot of data to go by. But Johnson certainly has proven that he is a force to be reckoned with. The world record standing at 7:23.42, and it has stood for a long time, 2008. Grant Hackett, and he set that here in Melbourne in a jointed indoor pool.
Yeah, it's the oldest world record on the books at 7:23 for Hackett, and the reason why the swimmers don't normally focus on this event is because it's the first time this event's been included in the World Short Course program. So the 800 free, it is an Olympic event now, so a little bit more emphasis and focus being placed on this from not only the swimmers, but also their coaches and the federations that really target Olympic medals. And now just moving up into the lead is Logan Fontaine been saying it the last few days about the resurgent French team. They won the mixed relay last night. We've seen Brousseau and Manadou perform well here. And now in this distance event, or, you know, middle distance freestyle event, we've got two Frenchmen in 3 and 6. And Fontaine's going to lead them at the halfway mark there, 3:45.8. 3:45. Poltrinero want to move in this next 200 metres, because if it's like this with 200 to go, most of them will be able to outsprint him and go past him. So he has picked it up now. That's the 4:25. So a distinct move there from Gregorio Poltrineri to stay with the field for the first 400. Now he's going to try and bust him wide open.
I've been waiting for him to make his move because he's developed a reputation as playing a few games, really. We saw him in Budapest. From memory, he was out there in lane number 1, and he wasn't one of the favourite contestants there, but when he needed to, he just put his foot down and off he went. Now, he's made his move at the 400 here, and what was about 5 across the pool, it's become Poltrineri out there by himself as he goes through the 400 metres, and then there's a line of 4 after that. It's Christensen and Fontaine dead level, and then you'd go back to Bouchard and Johnston and Morton.
Yeah, he was holding about 28.5 every 50, Poltrineri, and then he flipped at the 400 and he just dropped to 27.7, and he's trying to hold that pace now, 27.9 on that previous 50, and the guys have responded, but you can see in the last 100 metres how just spread that field's become. So the tactic's working. He has broken them off. He's looks like in 5, Johnston's dropped off. The French are swimming well, and Christensen is the one that's moving through now. And Christensen was great in the 1500, but only for about 1,000 metres of it before he fell into a big hole. So probably not at peak fitness, but he does have the change of speed to challenge and to move up, and we're seeing that from the swim up from Norway right now.
200 metres to go now in the 800 metres freestyle, and Poltrineri, winner of the 1500 metres, he is out in front. He made his move at the 400 metre mark. In second place, Christensen in lane 2, and in third place it looks like it's going to be Bouchard down there in lane number 6, but he's getting away from them now, and he's got just over 150 to swim. When we see the final result, incidentally, we'll look at that time from third in particular, because in a slower heat this morning, Marwan Elkamash recorded 7:36.01, and as we saw in the 1500 metres for women last night, that can end up being a medal. And that's what happened with the women, the bronze.
Yeah, they look like they're moving much quicker than that heat this morning. That lead's still under 2 seconds. Christensen can sense Poltrineri there. We look at that time now, 1.78, so they're familiar with each other. These two Europeans have been battling for the better part of 10 years. Christensen at 26 years of age hasn't topped an international podium at this level before. Poltrineri's been there plenty of times. So they move now. This is the 50 metres to go. They'll get the bell. We'll see if the swimmer from Norway can produce any sort of challenge to the champion.
The bell there for Poltrineri in lane 4, second Christensen, and Fontaine has moved into third place, and back there in fourth it's Johnston in lane 5 from the United States. But it's unlikely anything's going to change between here and the finish, because Poltrineri is clearly in front. Christensen may be challenged here by Fontaine, but it is pretty clear-cut. And Gregorio Poltrineri is about to complete the 800 and 1500 metre double in a championship record time, 7:29.99. Silver goes the way of Christensen, Fontaine the bronze.
He takes it yet again.
And 2 in a row for the Italians.
They do get that second gold medal in a row. We've seen him do this before, Poltrineri back on top. What a legacy he has in distance swimming. Second gold medal of the Melbourne World Championships, and he takes the inaugural short course 800 freestyle crown. Yeah, here they are underwater. He's learning new tricks. He's Poltrineri, sat with the field through the first 400. There was a row of basically 7 of them through the halfway mark before He did show a change of gear, changed that speed right in the middle of the race. No one could respond, and he made that break, and he walks away with the gold medal. So not only is he one of the toughest and hardest working swimmers in the pool, but now really showing to be one of the smartest racers as well.
Poltroneri lowering a championship record just under 7:30. Christensen of Norway, the silver, and Fontaine of France, the bronze medal. Well, he's one of the stars of the pool. Overall, we can confirm these placings when we take into account the slower heats this morning. Poltroneri, and Christensen and Fontaine. Well, what a start for the Italians. A world record in the men's relay. They're having a terrific world championships. Another gold medal going away of Italy. This time, Poltroneri getting his second.
Well, it's a pretty amazing way to finish up your campaign here, Gregorio. We won the 15 the other night. We've done the 800. Pretty quick too.
No, not quick from the inside, but it was nice. Anyway, it was a good race. I'm happy with my performance with the gold. So I've done this year, done a lot, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a busy year for you, and it's something that I find really impressive about you is that you transition from short course to long course to open water, what seems to be so easily. Do you find that transition easy?
No, it wasn't easy. I mean, I've been trying to do both for a couple of years or more, so I'm getting better every time.
Oh, that's super impressive as well. Look, hey, have your sneeze. It's all right, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Gregorio Poltroneri, new world champion.
And a new championship record as well. Poltroneri would know a lot of the people in the stands here, familiar with Melbourne. He trained here for quite some time with, from memory, Grant Hacken initially.
No, he's sort of post-Hackett times, but he's good friends with Mac Horton.
Mac Horton, okay.
So they did a lot of training together before and after Rio, and he sort of plotted the downfall of Sun Yang. Poltroneri beat him in the 1500 in Rio and Horton in the 400. And lifelong friends, Horton and Poltroneri.
Righto, we've had 3 finals so far, so we have gold medals to be presented. First, the women's 4x50 medley relay.
The medal ceremony for the women's 4x50 meter medley relay. The medals will be presented by World Aquatics Vice President, Mr. Antonio da Silva. World Aquatics Technical Swimming Commission member, Mr. Hiran Yuan. And Reconciliation Action Plan Working Group member, Ms. Alison Stewart. Winners of the bronze medal, Sweden. Louise Hansen, Clara Thormau, Sarah Univig, Michelle Coleman. Winners of the silver medal, United States of America. Claire Kozan, Lily King, Tori Huss, Kate Douglas. World champions and winners of the gold medal with a new world record, Australia.
It must be fantastic for these swimmers competing in front of their home fans, the lift they get. This was a tight finish. It could have gone either way to these 3 teams. It was very, very close. But just the edge that you in the stands have given the girls
Chelsea
made the
Rogers,
difference.
Emma McKeon and Madison Wilson.
Yeah, I really think the home crowd did get him home because on paper, the United States team was very good. There were a couple of slow changeovers there, especially towards the back end of that relay, but there's almost an expectation now from the public and the media and the fans that come to the pool to see Australian women win individual gold medals and relay gold medals, and they're delivering on that. Really, really tight racing, clutch performance yet again from McKeon and Maddie Wilson.
They would know their way through the Brighton beach boxes pretty well now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Australia.
As I mentioned, the people from Melbourne love their sport, and I think that's pretty evident by the reaction here. Australia, a new world record, the United States and Sweden, silver and bronze. Wilson, O'Callaghan, Hodges, McKeon.
Yeah, 6 medals already here in Melbourne for Emma McKeon. Still with the 50 freestyle final to come later tonight. She's will be one of the favourites for gold again, but it's going to be a tight battle. Looking for medal number 7.
So 5 medals for Emma McKeon, 6 medals for Emma McKeon, and of course she's got more to come, the 53 tonight, but in addition to that, just a few months ago, in fact, no, last year, wasn't it now? Last year at the Tokyo Olympics, it was from memory 7. She's won 5 Olympic gold medals. I mean, Emma McKeon is now 28 years of age, and she's always been really consistent on the international scene. She first competed in the World Short Course Championships in 2010, and this is her first Short Course Championship since then. But over the last couple of years, she's learned what it's all about. And boy, she's pretty much the #1 swimmer in the world at the moment.
Yeah, she's certainly on fire and unmatched with her versatility when it comes to relays, and we're seeing more and more relays get put on the Olympic program, the World Championship program. There's mixed relays, there's 4x50s now in the short course pool. And looking at that record, as you mentioned, that now makes across long and short course World Championships 23 World Championship medals and 11 Olympic medals for Emma McKeon, and who knows how many Commonwealth Games medals she has. But it was a real team effort there. Maddie Wilson clutch on that anchor. We're used to seeing McKeon or Kate Campbell swim the freestyle leg, so Maddie Wilson gets her chance and she delivers. Nothing separated them, 0.08 of a second, and of course great lead off there from Molly O'Callaghan. Got it off on the right foot, and Chelsea Hodges really stepped up on that breaststroke leg, just like she did in Tokyo last year, to help the Australians to gold.
Just what the doctor ordered as far as the Australian fans are concerned, a world record by the host nation in the opening event. And of course, there's more world records to come. We'll have the ceremony for the men's 4x50 a little later on. First, though, we're heading to the semi-finals of the women's 100 metres butterfly.
It's time for the first semi-final of the women's 100-meter butterfly. In lane 8, representing Finland, Laura Lahtinen.
Yeah, here's Lahtinen in 8. She had to win a swim off to get her spot in the semis tonight. She swam 56.8 in that swim off, so
In
watch for
lane
her
one,
in eight.
representing Brazil, Giovanna Dominic Diamante.
Giovanna Dominic Diamante is a 25-year-old from Brazil. She's got a best time of 56.
In seven,
79.
representing Japan, Tsuda Mo.
Yeah, Tsuda from Japan in lane 7, the 22-year-old competing at her first World Championships.
In lane 2, representing United States of America, Claire Curzan.
She's the world junior record holder, Claire Curzan. She is in what seems like every second event. She was the silver medalist in the 50
In 6,
backstroke.
representing Canada, Katrine Savard.
Yes, the veteran Canadian, Catherine Savard, the 29-year-old. She's been to 3 Olympic Games.
In 3, representing Netherlands, Maaike de Waal.
The ward of the Netherlands, a 26-year-old. She's won 5 silver and 6 bronze at the World Short Course Championships, yet to win gold.
In 5, representing Canada, Maggie McNeil.
McNeil, the short course star. 2 gold medals already here in Melbourne in the 50 fly and 50 back.
And in 4, representing United States of America, Tori Huss.
And Tori Husk, well, Tori Husk and Maggie McNeil dead heated for gold in the 50. Husk, world champion from Budapest. First semi-final here of the women's 100 butterfly. Husk in 4, McNeil 5, and they shared gold in the shorter event earlier in the meet. Great showdown here between Husk, who starts well as usual in lane number 4 for the United States, and the Canadian McNeil in lane number 5. This is semi-final 1 of the 100 butterfly, and wonderful first 25 from Husk.
Yeah, she always is quick off the blocks, but she was a little bit slow just in that relay earlier tonight on that changeover and across the American women. So Husk looking for a little bit of redemption in this semi-final swim. Under world record pace, just like we saw from her this morning. She is taking it out aggressively. McNeil, we know how good she is underwater. Just starting to chase her there in that red suit, bottom of the yellow lanes. We'll see how much Husk and McNeil, for that matter, want to actually push this last 25 metres.
It's all about a spot in the final here, semi-final 1, and Husk is well in front at this stage. They're not going to get to it. McNeil will finish second. Tori Husk easily in the end. McNeil second and Curzan third. The winning time here, 55.23.
Very, very smooth there for Tori Husk. Second swim of the night, all within about 40 minutes. There she's in 4, quick off the blocks. McNeil with those arms over the top. And a start that we are normally accustomed to seeing from the male sprinters, but that was the last turn. She can really go out quick, Tori Husk, without exerting a whole lot of energy, and it didn't look like she was going 100% on that last 25. World records on watch tomorrow night, 100%.
Husk from McNeil and Curzan. More to come in that battle between Husk and McNeil in the final. So we've had one semi-final, semi-final 2, and the swimmers are just about to come out.
This is the second semi-final of the women's 100-meter butterfly. Swimming in lane 8, representing New Zealand, Helena Gasson.
Yes, Helena Gasson had a great 100 IM final last night to finish 5th.
In lane 1, representing Republic of Korea, Kim Sae-ah.
Kim of Korea at 28 years of age, a two-time Olympian with a personal best 57.26, lane 1.
In lane 7, representing Denmark, Helena Bach.
Bach there from Denmark, swinging out of lane 7. The 22-year-old was fourth in the 200 butterfly at these
In lane
championships.
2, representing Bosnia and Herzegovina, Lana Pudar.
She's the youngest in the field here, just 16 years of age, Lana Pudar. In lane number 2, what a moment for her.
In lane 6, representing Japan, Soma Ai.
Yeah, Soma from Japan, 25-year-old, has a personal best of 56.3.
In lane 3, representing Germany, Angelina Kohler.
Made the semi-finals of the Long Course World Championships in Budapest. Kohler with a best of 56.56, lane 3.
In 5, representing Australia, Alexandria Perkins.
Yeah, Alexandria Perkins in 5, personal best this morning, 4th at the Commonwealth Games in this event.
And in lane 4, representing Sweden, Louise Hansen.
She's been a regular in semi-finals and finals at major international meets. 5th in Tokyo, 4th in Budapest, the silver medalist from Abu Dhabi, Louise Hansen. So Louise Hansen, who just missed gold at the last World Short Course Championship, she has lane 4 alongside the Australian Alexandria Perkins. Semi-final 2.
Perkins gets her chance in the middle of the pool. Hansen backing up after the relay earlier tonight.
Away they go, so it's Hansen in the blue suit, lane 4 in the yellow cap alongside of the Australian Perkins. And a quick start down there for the New Zealander in lane 8, Gasson, as they complete the first 25 metres, semi-final number 2.
Yeah, really smooth off the blocks there was Louise Hansen. She stays under longer than everybody else. The experienced swimmer from Sweden. We've seen her win medals and gold medals at this level before. She's just over world record pace, but the field's pretty close to her. Perkins there in that gold cap, having a good swim. There's Kohler of Germany starting to move through on this 3rd lap, but Hansen, she's a little long onto that last wall there.
And she leads Perkins as they start the final lap here, halfway down there, and Hansen makes sure there's no danger. She gets away by 3/4 of a length, and she wins it, and wins it well. Second place taken by Kohler, then Perkins and Sommer. Well, she dominated that 55.78, 55.78. That's half a second slower than the time Tori Huss recorded in semi-final 1.
Yeah, still a really strong swim. No doubt that'll get her through to tomorrow night's final, which is the goal of all of the semi-finalists, just to move safely through. Just a little long onto that 3rd wall. Oh, terribly short there at the finish. She will want to, she needs to brush up those skills tomorrow to be competitive in the final.
Hansen from Kohler and Perkins, Sweden, Germany, Australia, semi-final 2. So we'll have the final, one of 10 medal races tomorrow night, the final night of the World Championships. Husken Hansen, McNeil Kohler, Curzon Perkins, De Ward and Savard all making it through. 56.51, Soma of Japan will be the first reserve. Now to the men's 100 metres butterfly. And we have semi-finals coming your way. Looking forward to this, particularly with the championship record holder Chandler Clove.
Our next event is the men's 100-meter butterfly semifinals. Swimming in lane 8, representing Kazakhstan, Adilbek Musin.
Yeah, Musin from Kazakhstan, making his first ever World Championship semi-final.
Swimming in lane 1, representing Estonia, Daniel Seista.
Zaitsev at his third World Short Course Championships, a best of 50.50.
In lane 7, representing Czech Republic, Jan Sheffield.
Sheffield from Czech Republic, personal best this morning, 32 years of age. Really good swim in the heats.
In lane 2, representing Japan, Tanaka Yuya.
Tanaka's a 24-year-old at his first World Short Course Championships, lane 2 for the swimmer from Japan.
In lane 6, representing Austria, Simone Boucher.
Boucher, finalist in this race in Abu Dhabi last year. He finished 7th there.
In lane 3, representing South Africa, Chad Leclos.
Oh, a dramatic win in the 200 metres and a 4-time winner of this event in 2012, 14, 16 and 18. Chad
In lane
Leclos.
5, representing Canada, Ilya Karoun.
He's been on a tear. Multiple World Junior records this week for Ilya Karoun. Really impressive swimmer from Canada.
And in lane 4, representing Italy, Matteo Rivolta.
And Matteo Rivolta is the defending champion, ending that streak of Chad Leclos, who was silver behind Rivolta in Abu Dhabi. Chad Leclos, Matteo Rivolta, 3 and 4. Really good showdown beckons here in semi-final 1 of the men's 100 butterfly.
Rivolta needs to be really careful about his underwater kicks. He cannot go over 15 metres. He did so in the heats this morning. He's very lucky to be racing tonight, Matteo Rivolta in lane 4.
Leclos away well in lane 3, and the white cap there, Rivolta, is the defending champion. He's just behind Leclos as they emerge. They're also going well in lane 6. It's Boucher of Austria.
Yeah, much better start there from Leclos. He's got a lot of easy speed. He was in the 50 fly final a few nights ago, and of course, we saw him win the 200 fly, which the Melbourne crowd really got behind him for. So he leads at the 50, 0.2 over world record. They're not going to challenge that world mark, but it is a nice battle between Leclos and Rivolta in the middle of the pool.
Leclos having a little peek to his right now. Now as he turns, he peeks to his left, where he saw Rivolta in lane number 4. Rivolta on his right now, Leclos in front. Rivolta trying to get to him. Championship record out of the equation, but a semi-final win here to Chad Leclos isn't. Rivolta's second, and Karoun, the 17-year-old Canadian, he will get a spot in the final with a third placing.
Leclos takes out the first. 48.9. Always good to get under 49 seconds. It was tight on the touch there, but Leclos, one of those really great races that we've seen, that we talk about and that we see at these championships. Chalmers goes in there into that conversation. McKeon about just getting their hand on the wall first and setting that touch pad off. He accelerated through the first 50. Leclos, he can swim this multiple ways from the front end or come home strong on the back end. There's Rivolta in that black cap. It came down to the timing of the finish. Leclos was long, but had done enough at that point to take out the semi by less than 0.1 of a second.
48.98 for Leclos and 49.07 for defending champion Rivolta. They will both go through to the final tomorrow night. Semi-final 2 coming your way very shortly as the competitors are about to emerge.
Time for the second semifinal of the men's 100-meter butterfly. Swimming in lane 8, representing Netherlands, Nils Korstanja.
Stanley there, swimming out of lane 8, 50.5 this morning. He's been 49.
In lane 1, representing Australia, Sean Champion.
Champion at 22 years of age, his first World Championships in front of a home crowd.
In 7, representing Poland, Jakub Majewski.
Majewski in 7. Olympic finalist in this event from last year in Tokyo.
In 2, representing Japan, Sakamoto Yuya.
23-year-old from Japan with a best time 49.93, has earned himself lane 2 in the semi.
In 6, representing Germany, Marius Kusch.
Kusch swimming from 6. Looking quite relaxed there, 7th in the 50 fly here in Melbourne.
In 3, representing Australia, Matthew Temple.
Matthew Temple, 1 gold and 2 silver in relays here in Melbourne. 23-year-old, lane 3.
In lane 5, representing Egypt, Youssef Ramadan.
Ramadan in 5. 4th place getter in Abu Dhabi last year.
And in lane 4, representing Switzerland, Noah Ponti.
Noah Ponti, 21 years of age, the bronze medalist from Tokyo, and he made the final in Budapest as well, picking up a silver in the 50 here. Ponti, best of 48.81. Start favourite in the semi-final 2 of the men's 100 butterfly. Ponti, Ramadan. Australia with 2 representatives in 1 and 3.
The second semi-final of the men's 100-meter butterfly.
Ponti, 2 medals already in Melbourne. And he looked great this morning in the heats. Got a lot of speed, as does that man Ramadan. Sean Champion will swim from lane 1.
Ponti, fastest qualifier here in lane number 4 in the red cap. Quickly off the blocks in lane 6 was Kusch. And also in lane number 8, it's Costagna as they complete the first 25. It's that order, Kusch, Costagna.
Yeah, he's got a lot of power off the blocks, does Kusch, but here comes that red cap of Ponti. He swam super smooth this morning, 48.8, to really blow everybody away in the heats. We'll see how much he wants to push it tonight, just on his side there, before slowly getting back to his front. Goes 14 metres underwater. Ponti's going to pull away. Also swimming well, that's Majewski there, down the bottom, and Kusch, so it's the European nations in semi-final 2.
Ponti it is in lane 4. Up he comes in that red cap, and he's out. Gee, he's got a bit of a battle on his hands, though. Kusch, it's a really good race. It's Ponti ahead of Kusch, and third home was Temple, just ahead of Ramadan. Ponti with 49.07. 49.07, it's a bit slower than the time recorded by Chad Leclos in semi-final 1.
Yeah, a little bit off what he swam this morning in the heats, but a really world-class time there, 49.0. Got beaten off the start by Kusch. Kusch really pressed it over that first 75 metres or so, but Ponti, the bronze medalist in the 200 fly earlier at these championships, so he's got the speed in the 50, he's got the endurance of the 200, and he really favours this 100-metre distance. He's the Olympic bronze medalist in this event. Behind, on that occasion, Dressel and Milak. What a great final that was. And what a mouth-watering final that's going to be tomorrow night. Ponti, Kusch joining Leclos and Revolta in the middle of the pool. Woo.
So Noel Ponti will take a good lane into the final with that time 49.07 by 1300ths of a second over Marius Kush. Temple, good finish for him, 49.73. Majewski faded in the last 25. Final looking like this: Leclerc and Revolta, Ponti, Kush, Curran and Busher, Temple and Ramadan. So they're the top 8, and those who weren't able to advance, well, that last 25 is costly as far as Jacob Majewski's concerned.
Yeah, sub 50 seconds, not good enough to make it into the final, but that top 4, just 0.2 of a second, separates them. Leclerc, Ponti and Revolta tied with 49 zeros, and Kush as well cannot be written off. Germany's Marius Kush.
We're 8 days away from Christmas, wherever you are, and that's what it's like at this time of the year in Melbourne, Victoria. Mind you, there's still a few jackets out there, but thankfully we're on the up after an unseasonal chilly spell to start these championships. But summer in Australia, it's not a bad place to be.
Only one jacket required tonight, Mike. Put the second one away. No need for the gloves and scarf.
So we'll shortly pause for a medal ceremony, and that'll be for that wonderful effort by the Italians in the men's 4x50 metres medley relay. We've had 2 relays tonight, a world record to Australia for the women and a world record for Italy in the men. And what a magnificent performance it was from the USA and Australia. So the medals are about to be presented, and plenty more finals coming up throughout the course of the evening here in Melbourne. Yes, the men's 4x50 medley relay.
The medal ceremony for the men's 4x50 metre medley relay. The medals will be presented by Chairman of the Board, Merthyr Falls, USA, Mr. Trevor Tiffany. World Aquatics Technical Swimming Commission member, Mr. J. Thomas. And Bunurong Indigenous artist, Kobe Sainty. Winners of the bronze medal, Australia!
Australia. Chalmers.
Isaac Cooper, Grayson Bell, Matthew Temple, and Kyle Chalmers. Winners of the silver medal, United States of America. Ryan Murphy, Nick Fink, Shane Cassidy, Michael Andrew. World champions and winners of the gold medal with a new world record, Italy. Lorenzo Mora, Niccolo Martinenghi, Matteo Revolta, Leonardo Deplano.
Got to be breaking the world record to come out of the beach box looking like that. Second gold of the championships for the Italian men. Second world record, sorry, in these relay events. They've really earned the respect of the swimming world here in Melbourne. 5 gold medals for the meet as well. They're first to get their medals on this occasion. Revolta, we just saw him race the 100 fly semi-finals.
Very happy quartet of Italians, very chatty. Yes, when you break a world record, win a gold medal, you can do what you like. Dramatic entrance from the Brighton beach boxes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Italy.
gold medal to Italy, and that's the first of 2 that they've won so far this evening. Night 5, the second last night of the championships, and they have been performing very well indeed. So that's going to take their total up to 5 gold. In fact, the men 5 gold. All the medals for Italy. No, 1 mixed as well. Okay. So the men have won 5 gold, 3 silver and 2 bronze. There's also been a silver in the mixed events. So Italy find themselves 3rd behind the United States and Australia on the medal tally. USA with 12 gold, Australia 10, Italy 5.
Feels like we're back in Foro Italico, Rome 2009, getting the crowd on their feet, clapping for the Italian anthem. We'll hear that one more time before the night is out. And there's the 12 medalists. It's Italy with the world record. Chalmers there. A really big hug to Ryan Murphy. So obviously there's been some fallout with the Murphy and Cooper stuff, not between the 2 of them, but more around the way the race was re-swung. But Murphy's been all class, and Cooper as well looks a lot happier tonight than he did yesterday. An amazing swimmer, just 18 years of age, swimming the house down here. We've really got to focus on how good his performances have been here in Melbourne, bouncing back from some disappointments and whatnot this year, and Chalmers as well. He's got to switch back on, Kyle. You've got the 50 free final coming up in about 30 minutes' time.
He's very relaxed at the moment, isn't he, Kyle Chalmers? And he's swimming in great form. He wasn't so relaxed earlier this year. But this is the entrance, the grand entrance from the Brighton Beach Boxers from our world record-breaking Italian quartet. They're looking at a replay of it, enjoying it all. Not quite sure exactly what it meant, but maybe it can become the norm.
It means we're the best in the world, and as you said, Mike, we can do what we want. Maybe a bit of Usain Bolt copycat there from the Italians, but it will be. I think the medal ceremonies here in Melbourne have been really fun. Here we go again. Martineggi kneeling down. They have been practicing this in the hotel room, it seems. And a few more relays to come. I think we'll start to see the athletes have a little bit of fun with it coming out of those iconic Brighton Beach boxes.
Right, are we going to move on with the action here? Another final coming your way. It's the women's 400 metres individual medley.
Our next event of the evening, the women's 400-meter individual medley final. Swimming in lane 8, representing France, Cyria Duhamel.
Duhamel from France, the 22-year-old swimming in her first ever World Championship final.
In lane 1, representing Canada, Tessa Teplua.
So she's the defending champion. She's out there in lane number 1, the 24-year-old Canadian.
In lane 7, representing Italy, Ilaria Costinato.
Yeah, also in that final 12 months ago was Cusinato. She finished 6th on that occasion in Abu Dhabi.
In lane 2, representing United States of America, Haley Flickener.
And Flickener of the United States, she won the FINA World Cup event in Berlin. She was the bronze medalist in Tokyo.
In lane 6, representing Hungary, Zuzana Jakobus.
And Zuzana Jakobus, 5-time Olympian for Hungary. Oldest in the field, looking for her first World Championship medal.
In lane 3, representing Japan, Koburi Waka.
Koburi from Japan. She was a semi-final in the 400 metres of the Tokyo Olympics.
And in lane 5, representing Italy, Sarah Franceschi.
2 Italians in the final. They're having a good night here in Melbourne. Franceschi will swim from 5.
And in lane 4, representing United States of America, Leah Smith.
Smith, the bronze medalist in the 400 free in Tokyo. She fact, here I should say, 400 free here. 7 World Short Course Championship medals, 2 gold for Smith. The women's 400 metres individual medley with the United States and Italy, Smith and Franceschi in 4 and 5.
Individual medley.
So away we go. This is a very open race. No standout favourite. Smith, of course, with the fastest time. She is there in lane number 4, off to a slow start. Quick start there for Flickinger, her American teammate in lane number 2. She leads through the first 25. In second place, it's the Italian Franceschi. And then in third, possibly all the way down there in lane number 8, it could be Duhamel of France. But a very open affair.
Yeah, certainly there's no one that really jumps off the page here and looks dominant on paper anyway, but that's why we've got to race the final. The most well-credentialed swimmer would be the 2 girls in lanes 1 and 2, Seplucha from Canada. She's the defending champion, but was a little bit sluggish through the heats this morning, and Flickinger there, the butterfly specialist, medalist in the 200 fly earlier at these championships, and she has stood on the 400 IM podium at the Olympic Games as well. So this could be the moment for Hallie Flickinger. She's right on that championship record line, minute flat at the halfway mark, and a big lead over most of the field. The bigger players in the middle of in the pool, I think Leah Smith in lane 4, she will only move through that last 100 metres of freestyle, so don't expect her to be anywhere close to the front until the last 100 or 150. She turns in 8th place, in fact, Smith. So Flickinger, she's got to be feeling good at this point. She'll want to front end this swim before they get to the breast and the freestyle, and she's doing exactly that, out well in front. Let's look at the time, 3 seconds in front for Flickinger.
Big lead in second place down there in lane number 8. It's the 22-year-old Frenchman Duhamel. But Flickinger, yes, the bronze medalist from the Tokyo Olympic Games, and that really is the one result that does jump out at you. As you mentioned, Bobby, Seplucha, the defending champion. But after Flickinger, there's a little between the other 7 swimmers, and Seplucha, we spoke about, is probably back there in 8th spot. So they're at the halfway mark now, and into this all-important breaststroke. It's Flickinger who leads. In second place, moving through, Franceschi in lane number 5.
4 seconds. It's an absolutely huge margin without, as we keep saying, anybody who we think that could potentially hunt Flickinger down. So race strategy paying off here. She's built up a big lead. Now this is the worst stroke for Flickinger. She was outsplit by Franceschi in this 100 metres of breaststroke by 4 seconds this morning. So the Italian swimmer just moving through. Leah Smith having a better middle part of this race than I would have expected. But again, that lead, it's still so significant, 2.6 seconds. So Franceschi's taken around about 1.4 seconds off Flickinger. So she is starting to come, she's starting to move, she's pulling away from Smith.
And Flickinger starting to shorten her stroke just a touch there. She's got another 25 to swim before she's able to move into the freestyle. But that lead is starting to close, but it's still going to be substantial. She's out in front. In second place, it's Franceschi. Third at the moment would be Kabori in lane number 3. So Flickinger with just the 100 to swim. She leads it by, about 2 seconds.
Yeah, much better second 50 metres of breaststroke there for Flickinger. The chase is on. Franceschi's there, but she really tightened up this morning through the back end of the freestyle, did Sarah Franceschi. So Flickinger, you can see her. She can see the whole pool. She can see the field. She knows she's a few body lengths in front. She's been second at the World Championships in the 200 butterfly on 3 different occasions. She got 2 bronze medals in individual events at the Tokyo Olympic Games, but this might be her moment.
She's still well clear. Francesca it is who's doing everything to try to close the gap, but she has less than 25 metres to do so now, because Hayley Flickener, the 28-year-old American, the bronze medalist from Tokyo, she's going to improve that to a beautiful colour of gold here. Flickener, it is, who wins the 400 individual medley. The silver taken by Franceschi, and Kabori, the bronze medal for Japan.
Hayley Flickener dominates that race from start to finish, claims her first individual world title, this time in the 400 IM. Another gold for the United States. And really well deserving there for Flickener. She put it on the line through that first 200 metres, built up a lead of 4 seconds after the backstroke leg, and just said, catch me if you can. The swimmers in the middle of the pool, they tried to claw her back in the breaststroke leg, but it's a much improved breaststroke for Flickener. Trains with Bob Bowman at this Arizona State University. A great 400 IM stable there. And that training's paying off. Another world champion in the 400 IM to Bob Bowman.
Now there's been a disqualification there through the backstroke leg. The defending champion, she was the defending champion, Sablucha of Canada, disqualified during the backstroke. Flickener with the gold, Franceschi the silver, Kabori the bronze in the 400 IM.
I'll tell you what, it's, Hayley, one of the hardest, well, the hardest race, I guess, in the program. I was asking how you feeling. You said a little bit wobbly, but a great race. You dominated that from the start.
Thank you. I felt really good this morning. Just made sure I had a lane, and yeah, just went for it.
And I mean, coming out of that backstroke leg, heading into the breaststroke, you were over 5 seconds in front of the rest of the field. Was that the race plan, knowing that that breaststroke leg was going to be the hardest?
Yeah, it kind of has to be. My breaststroke needs a lot of work, so I know I need to give myself enough buffer for the 100 breast part.
Yeah, well, you did, I tell you what. And you know what? It paid off, because you're now world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Hayley Flickener from the United States of America.
Well, we spoke about not necessarily being a standout. It turns out there was, because it was Flickener and then a margin to the rest of the field.
Yeah, she dominates that one. Still 7 seconds over the world record. And a lot of opportunity arising in the women's 400 IM on the world stage.
We move now to the men's 400 individual medley, where Dea Seto is looking to make it 6 wins in a row.
Up next, the men's final in the 400-meter individual medley. In lane 8, representing Slovakia, Richard Nagy.
Richard Nagy from Slovakia, the 29-year-old, gets another chance to compete at the World Championships, this time in a final.
In lane 1, representing Italy, Alberto Rossetti.
Italy having a terrific night here. Rossetti, who was 4th in Abu Dhabi, 8th in the Olympic final.
In lane 7, representing Japan, Ogata So.
There's Ogata from Japan, 8th place in the 200 individual medley final.
In lane 2, representing Australia, David Slick.
Big moment for David Slick, his first World Short Course Championships. Lane
2. In lane 6, representing United States of America, Jake Foster.
Here's Foster, Jake Foster, the 22-year-old, competing at his first international competition.
In lane 3, representing South Africa, Matthew Sates.
Matthew Sates, the winner of the 200, 4th at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, the 19-year-old from South Africa.
In lane 5, representing United States of America, Carson Foster.
And the second of the Americans and the second of the Foster brothers, Carson Foster, the younger brother, swimming out of lane 5.
And in lane 4, representing Japan, Seto Daya.
Oh, Seto is the world record holder here. He won the breast last night, the 200 breast, and he's won the last 5 world short course titles. An amazing record. Unbeaten since Istanbul 2012. A great final coming up now. The men's 400 individual medley. Seto looking to make it 6 titles in a row. And the Foster brothers from the USA, Carson and Jake.
Yeah, the Foster brothers side by side. Jake's been on plenty of podiums over the past 12 months at the world level. Carson, sorry. He was runner-up to Seto last year in Abu Dhabi.
Well, could Seto do it? He is the favourite. He's here in lane number 4 from Japan, the 28-year-old on his right at the moment. One of the dangers there, Matthew Sates, the 19-year-old South African who won the shorter distance, the 200, and the Foster boys in 5 and 6. Carson, the main danger.
Yeah, a few new names in this 400 ohm final, but one remains the same over the past decade of short course swimming. It's all belonged to Dai Seto. He's in the middle. Sates is going to take it out quick. We know Sates is really strong in the fly and the free, but he could get exposed through the middle part of this race. So Seto just hanging with him. Seto was the 200 breaststroke winner last night, putting a lot more emphasis in the 200 breaststroke event. Almost got the world record, in fact, in that one. So watch for him on that breaststroke leg. It's still really tight at the halfway mark. Sates at 53.4. Seto and Foster not too far away. And Rossetti as well, the Italian, up there at the top of the screen.
This is a good position for Seto. He's still got his favourite strokes to go. Breaststroke and the freestyle is taken over now, and their inside championship record time here. Seto in front of Carson Foster. Sates has dropped back into 3rd placing, and 4th at the moment would be Rossetti in lane number 1.
Yeah, they should pull away from Sates in this second leg. Foster was a 59-point split in the backstroke this morning, so he'll want to build up any sort of lead he can get over Seto at the end of this lap, because we know how good Seto's been travelling in the breaststroke so far in 2022. So there's Carson Foster ahead of the line, ahead of Seto. They come into that 200-metre wall. It's split time 1:53.0. So a really strong front half for Carson Foster. Have a look at the pull-out from Seto.
Seto it is. Going with him though, Carson Foster. Lanes 4 and 5, Japan and the United States in 3rd place at Sates, and then back to Jake Foster. He would be just in front of Rossetti, I would have thought. Agata and Nagy down there. But it's between these swimmers in 4 and 5, Seto and Foster.
Yeah, not only is Seto so impressive in this breaststroke, he does it by only taking 5 strokes a lap. He's just so streamlined off those pullouts, and at the end of every stroke, he's the shortest swimmer in the final, but he has the most stroke length in this all-important breaststroke leg. He's opened up a big lead over Foster, well over a second. I would have thought if Foster was in about a body length of Seto in the freestyle, then the race could be on, but Seto's blowing him away.
The margin was 1 3/4 seconds at the last turn as they get down to the 300 now. Into the freestyle he goes, and the margin's 2.5 seconds. Seto over Carson Foster. So he has got a big, big lead. Back there in third now at Sates, and then it's tied for fourth. Rossetti would just be in front of the swimmers down there, Agata and Jake Foster. Seto doing this by himself at the moment with just over 50 to swim.
Yeah, 105.5 breaststroke split there for Seto. He just demolished the field there. He's only 0.4 outside of his own world record pace. That's the red line. Foster's chasing in second, but it's Seto against himself. He's done it for the better part of a decade. We'll see if he can get that world record tonight.
He took gold in 2012, again in 2014, 16, 18, 21, and Daya Seto is about to make it 6 in a row. A remarkable achievement. Gold to Daya Seto. Carson Foster takes the silver, and Matthew Sates the bronze medal. But what a record this is for Seto. Unbeaten since Istanbul 2012.
The reign continues with Daya Seto. It's been a decade of dominance. 6 in a row in the men's 400 individual medley. Second gold medal at the championships to Japan, both to Seto. He won the 200 breast last night. That was the back to breast turn. Foster had a slight lead, but he didn't have it for long. Seto, the master of the breaststroke pullouts. The skill and the length that this man can get in the breaststroke discipline is unmatched. Almost broke the world record last night in the 200 breaststroke, and it's almost a new event for him at 28 years of age. Just changing his focus, changing his strategy in this 400 IM, buoyed by the disappointments of his performances at the Tokyo Olympics. We're starting to see the best of Daya Seto again and again and again. Short course king.
Daya Seto, top of the mountain again, 3:55.75, silver to Foster and bronze to Sates.
It is a rough race, ladies and gentlemen. Ometeto, Daya, congratulations. 6 times in a row you've been world champion in that. Tell us, what's going on?
I'm so happy. This title was very difficult, but I could be a champion again. Yeah, I'm so happy.
Well, I tell you what, we loved watching him do it, didn't we, ladies and gentlemen? Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, Daya Seto!
Gold medal a little bit later on. Before that, we've got another Italian victory. The men's 800 free.
The medal ceremony for the men's 800-meter freestyle. The medals will be presented by CEO, Australian Sports Commission, Mr. Kieran Perkins. Winner of the bronze medal, representing France, Logan Fontaine. Winner of the silver medal, representing Norway, Henrik Christensen. World champion and winner of the gold medal, representing Italy, Gregorio Paltrinieri.
Paltrinieri in a championship record time. occasion being made by Kieran Perkins, who knew a thing or two about the 800 metres freestyle and especially the 1500.
Yeah, Perkins there, now chairman of the Australian Sports Commission. He was actually a world record holder in this event from 1993. It was probably a split time as well, actually, 7:34.9, which would have been extremely competitive in this final.
Remember, he broke the world 800 metres record in Rome, I think it was, on his way to a 1500 metre victory when his coach told him not to.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Italy.
He was a baby.
Second time this evening, we enjoy the Italian national anthem. First, it was the relay swimmers, the medley relay. And now, in the 800 metres, Gregorio Poltrineri. In front of the Brighton beach boxers that are so prominent here at the World Championships, and there's a fair chance that Poltrineri knows the Brighton beach boxes pretty well, having spent so much time training here.
Yeah, he did spend a lot of time here in and around that 2016 Olympic time when Poltrineri and Matt Gordon were the top two distance swimmers in the world. Just going back to Kieran Perkins, that time 7:34.9 that he swam in 1993, 29 years ago, would have placed him 6th overall here at these championships in 2022. Pretty incredible how that stacks up. That's before suits, any sort of suits, before silicone caps, underwater lap counters. And I don't even know if that was a straight 800 metre race or if it was a split time of the 1500. They probably weren't swimming short course 800s back in 93. And when we talk about the decade of dominance for Seto, it's been a similar story for Poltrineri. He got medals in Istanbul 2012. He was in the Olympic final that year as well. 2016 when we saw the best of him. He won the Olympic title, broke the short course world record as well at one point.
Semi-final time in the women's 50 metres breaststroke now.
Up next is the first semi-final of the women's 50-meter breaststroke. Swimming in lane 8, representing Argentina, Macarena Ceballos.
Ceballos from Argentina in 8, 27-year-old in her first World Championship semi-final.
In lane 1, representing Slovakia, Andrea Podmanakova.
Podmanakova, a 24-year-old from Slovakia with a time 29.89. That's her best.
In lane 7, representing Finland, Ida Hultko.
Hultko, 6th place in the final last year, the Finnish swimmer.
In 2, representing Japan, Aoki Reona.
So Reona in lane number 2 here, a semi-finalist in Budapest, the long course
in
World
lane 6,
Championships.
representing Finland, Vera Kivarinta.
Second of the Finnish swimmers, Kivarinta. She'll swim from lane 6, the 27-year-old.
In lane 3, representing Germany, Anna Alendt.
Alendt was the bronze medalist in the 100. She was 5th in the Budapest final.
In lane 5, representing Great Britain, Imogen Clark.
Yes, Clark from Great Britain in 5, silver medalist at the Commonwealth Games in this event.
And in lane 4, representing People's Republic of China, Tang Qianting.
Tang is just 18 years of age, so she is the youngest in this semi-final by some margin, the winner of the 100. Tang of China in lane number 4. This is the first semi-final of the women's 50 metres breaststroke.
Yeah, plenty of firepower here in semi-final 1. Clark there in that red cap of Great Britain. Then Tang, they'll swim in the middle.
Tang was 4th in Budapest. Away they go, Tang in lane number 4, Clark of Great Britain in 5, and away well down there in lane 7 and 8, Polko and Chabelas as they get to the halfway point, little between them, Tang, Alendt as well, and in second place, in fact, Clark and his who leads just in the red cap there. Clark, they're trying to get her, we'll watch that world record line. Clark, Tang, it's going to be close, it's going to be on the touch, perhaps it's going to be Tang. Tang over Clark, Alendt in third, Kivarinta in 4th place, 29-28 semi-final 1.
Yeah, Tang taking out a tight finish there. Still only 18. She won the 100 in Abu Dhabi last year. She really knows how to get her hands on the wall on a tight finish, which is a great skill to have, tough to learn. It generally comes from inside the athlete. She wasn't leading at the halfway point. That went to Clark there in the red cap, but Tang in that green suit, powerful on the pull-out. And this was the touch. Timing, timing, timing. And she does get it. 2/100ths of a second.
It's 29-28 for Tang. Clark 29-30 in the first semi. Alendt and Kivarinta, 3rd and 4th. So now on to semi-final number 2. We're going to see the world record holder involved here. Championship record holder, Melja Tito.
Semi-final number 2 of the women's 50 meters breaststroke. In lane 8, representing Belgium, Fleur Vermeuren.
Vermeuren swimming out of lane 8, the swimmer from Belgium, semi-finalist in Budapest.
In lane 1, representing Sweden, Clara Thormal.
Thormal, the 24-year-old Sweden, she was 6th in the European Championships.
In lane 7, representing Australia, Chelsea Hodges.
Great reception for Chelsea Hodges. She swam a crucial leg on that medley relay that claimed the gold medal.
In lane 2, representing Belgium, Florent Gaspard.
21-year-old from Belgium, Gaspard, with the best time, 29.7.
In lane 6, representing Italy, Benedetta Pilato.
Here's the world junior record holder, Pilato, champion from Budapest in the 100.
In lane 3, representing United States of America, Lily King.
Well, she won the 100 here in Melbourne. She was 2nd in the 200 and 7th in the Budapest final.
In lane 5, representing South Africa, Laura van Niekerk.
Van Niekerk Double gold at the Commonwealth Games in the sprint breaststroke events. 19 years of age.
And in lane 4, representing Lithuania, Ruta Meliutytė.
In lane number 4 from Lithuania, our championship record holder, world champion from Budapest. So she is involved with another battle here with Lily King, a great rival. Semi-final 2 with King in 3, Meliutytė in lane number 4. And the Commonwealth Games champion, Van Niekerk in 5.
The second semi-final of the women's 50-meter breaststroke.
Meliutytė off the blocks quickly here in semi-final 2. Alongside her, on her right there, it's Lily King. And on her left, dropping back in the early stages, Van Niekerk. She's got a lot of work to do. Meliutytė is flying down there. She leads. In second place, it would be the world junior record holder, Pilato, in lane number 6. King starting to make a move now. The world record under threat here, Meliutytė. She's going in, she's going to win this semi-final, and she does it in a world record time. Meliutytė, 28.37, lowering the world record. King and Van Niekerk, second and third. Another world record has gone.
Ruta Meliutytė, she's well and truly back at the top of world swimming. World record. She had the championship record from back in 2014. A brief retirement before the Tokyo Olympic Games, but she's enjoyed that time off and she comes back with renewed determination. So explosive off the start. We saw that earlier in her career as a teenager. She's still only 25 years of age. This was the finish. Popped up quick off the pull out off the turn, and her swim speed, that line, she was making ground on the line. She smashes it by 0.18 of a second.
Well, a world record here. Meliutytė, she won gold in 2012 and again in 2014, and here she is at the ripe old age of 25, breaking a world record and looking very hard to beat in the final tomorrow night. World record, Meliutytė, King and Niekerk, second and third, semi-final 2.
And the results summary, Meliutytė tops the rankings. King and Van Niekerk will move through. At 9th position, Chelsea Hodges just missing out.
Look, I think the dancer says it all. We love that, Ruta. I know you've been so close to your own world record so many times. You almost did it at the World Cups. You said to me, it's achievable, and you just did it.
Yeah.
Was there something to sort of prove after what happened the other night, coming back in here and getting your head back in the game?
Yeah, I just, rethought about what it means to be successful, and I think it's about enjoying what you do and having most fun. So I tried to focus on that, and I think I was successful. So.
You were, and the dancing looked pretty fun as well. We've got a little something for you, though. It's a check for $25,000 US. Ladies and gentlemen, Ruta Meliutytė.
Longevity once again. She's not an old swimmer by any stretch of the imagination. But 10 years after her first world title, she hasn't won a world title here just yet, but she's going to be a favourite in the final tomorrow night, and she has broken a world record. Who knows? It could be another 25,000 tomorrow night. Now the men's 50 metres breaststroke semi-finals. Here's semi-final 1.
It's time for the men's 50-meter breaststroke semifinal number 1. In lane 8, representing Finland, Ali Koko.
Finland represented in lane 8, Kokko. He won the swim off to be able to compete in this semi-final.
In lane 1, representing Macau, China, Chao Man Ho.
Chao Man Ho, 26 years of age, with a best time of 26.46 in lane 1.
In lane 7, representing France, Carl Adkassi.
Here's Adkassi, the 21-year-old from France, semi-finalist in the 100 breaststroke.
In lane 2, representing Slovenia, Peter Stevens.
Peter Stevens. He's a former world junior champion. That was a long time ago, though, for this 27-year-old.
In lane 6, representing United States of America, Michael Andrew.
Yeah, here's Andrew, medalist from Budapest, but yet to stand on the podium after 5 nights of racing in Melbourne.
In lane 3, representing Japan, Hinamoto Yuya.
He made the final of the 100. He finished in 8th place, Hinamoto.
In lane 5, representing United States of America, Nick Fink.
Nick Fink, defending champion in the 50, already a gold medalist from the 100 breaststroke here in Melbourne.
And in lane 4, representing Great Britain, Adam Peaty.
3-time Olympic gold medalist is Peaty. He's won 8 long course world championship golds as well. Peaty of Great Britain. Peaty in. Semi-final 1 of the men's 50 breaststroke, Adam Peaty. In lane number 4, Nick Fink, the defending champion from the United States in lane 5. The 2 veterans expected to fight it out.
The first semi-final of the men's 50-meter breaststroke.
Here's Peaty, not a renowned great starter, but it is much improved. But good off the dive are the Americans, Fink and Andrew. They'll swim all side by side.
Peaty away well here, so too Hanamoto in lane number 3. The 2 Americans in 5 and 6 are Fink and Andrew, and it's Fink who's our early leader. It'll be Fink in front of Andrew at the halfway mark. In 3rd place it's Peaty as they turn. So Fink and Andrew at the moment. Now Peaty will finish hard. He needs to though, because it's Fink in front, and I don't think they're going to catch him. Peaty finishing hard, it's on the touch. It goes the way of Fink. Fink over Andrew and Peaty in semi-final 1, and the winning time here for Nick Fink, our defending champion, 25.64.
Yeah, it's quick there from Fink. It needs to be nothing separates the top of world swimming in the sprint breaststroke these days. Peaty was beaten off the start just like we thought, but you knew he was going to fly home. Fink's been powerful on those pullouts all week. Any lead's a good lead in this 50 breast. That's the touch. He strides out, 25.6. It's fast. 3 swimmers under 26 seconds.
So Fink from Andrew, United States 1st and 2nd in semi-final 1. Peaty for Great Britain 3rd. 1700ths of a second there, the margin between the 2 Americans as we look down on the Melbourne Sports and Aquatic Centre, this semi-open air pool. Magnificent sight. Magnificent sight. So now we're up to semi-final number 2 of the men's 50 breaststroke.
Up next, semi-final number 2 of the men's 50 meters breaststroke. Swimming in lane 8, representing Aruba, Mikkel Struder.
Here's Mikkel Struders, the first to walk out in lane 8. Semi-finalist from the 100 freestyle in Budapest.
In lane 1, representing Australia, Sam
Sam Williamson, silver medalist in the Commonwealth Games. He has lane 1. He's a local here in Melbourne.
In lane 7,
but he doesn't know which way
Australia,
around.
Grayson Bell.
2 Australians in this semi-final. Bell was on the podium in the relay earlier tonight.
In lane 2, representing Turkey, Hüseyin Saki.
A monster of a man at 203 centimetres, 6'8" for Sacchi.
In 6th, representing Italy, Simone Cirasuolo.
A new name enters the sprint breaststroke ranks. That's Cerasuolo, the Italian 19-year-old, swimming in 6.
In 3, representing People's Republic of China, Qian Heiyan.
Qian at 23 years of age for China, a best of 26.12. Disqualified in the 200.
In lane 5, representing People's Republic of China, Yang Zibei.
2 Chinese swimmers here. This is Yan, silver medalist from Tokyo in the medley relay.
And in lane 4, representing Italy, Niccolò Marciniecki.
He won the 100 in Budapest. Second in this 50. Second in the 100 here. Martinenghi, 23-year-old Italian. This is the field for semi-final number 2 here. China with 2 representatives in 3 and 5. Kim and Yan. Martinenghi in lane 4 for Italy. Martinenghi in lane 4, Kin away quickly there in lane number 3, one of the 2 Chinese competitors. Probably first to show out in lane 6, Cirasuolo. And now as they turn, lane number 4 there as well, and that's Martinenghi. Cirasuolo from Martinenghi. In they go, just 10 to swim. And it's anyone's race at the moment. Through is Martinenghi and also Cirasuolo. They finish in that order. Yan in 3rd place and Kim was 4th. Winning time here, 25.6. That is a tick quicker than the time recorded by Fink in semi-final 1.
He does it nicely there, Martinenghi. Second swim of the night on that world record-breaking relay team earlier on. Look at the dive. There he's in the middle in the black cap, arms over the top, arches that back, gets a lot of air time, does the athletic Niccolò Martinenghi, and really uses that upper body well just to propel himself forward. This is the decision-making. His strokes there, he's a little short. He doesn't take a second stroke. He glides in, just touches out his teammate, Cirasuolo, by 6/100ths of a second, I should say.
And Yan back there in 3rd place at 25.8, so 0.2 of a second, and then 25.81 for Kin, so 21/100ths of a second separating the top 4. Through to the final, Martinenghi and Fink, the quickest. Petey makes it through, only just. He's going to have lane 1. Sacchi will have lane 8 with that time, 26.04. And Hinamoto, the first reserve, 26.13. Not quite slick enough to make it through.
Yeah, Sacchi just squeezing in there, the world record holder.
Beautiful sight. We're going to pause now for a medal ceremony. The women's 400 metres individual medley. And it's going to be the American national anthem.
The medal ceremony for the women's 400-metre individual medley. The medals will be presented by World Aquatics Bureau member Ms. Cheryl Gibson. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Japan, Waka Kombori. Winner of the silver medal, representing Italy, Sara Franceschi. World champion and winner of the gold medal, representing United States of America, Hayley Flickinger.
Flickinger, the individual world champion now here at short course swimming, the 25-metre world championships. She didn't show a great deal of emotion when she finished her race. She certainly did when she was being interviewed, but I'm wondering if it was more relief than anything. Breaking through, the experienced swimmer, Franceschi. Great swim by her.
Yeah, it's a new look podium in the 400 individual medley. Hayley Flickinger gets her first ever gold medal at the world or the Olympic level, so continues to improve. Swims those tough events, the 400 IM and the 200 fly.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of United States of America.
So the USA strike gold here on night 5 here of the World Championships in Melbourne, thanks to Hayley Flickinger. Sara Franceschi, up-and-coming medley swimmer, Kombori, the bronze medal there for Japan. The win for Flickinger, the first time America's won this title since 2004 in Indianapolis. Caitlin Sandino was successful. It was a 1-2 for the United States then, with Katie Hoff taking the silver medal and Lara Carroll, Australia, the bronze medal. But since then, it's been familiar names. We mentioned Sepp Lucha, the Canadian, who was disqualified in the final here. But Katinka Hoshu won 2 in a row. Maria Belmonte won 2 out of 3. Hannah Miley in between those 2 Belmonte wins, and Kirsty Coventry, what a star she was, from Zimbabwe. She won in Manchester 2008. So, Flickinger putting her name on the honour roll.
That was a good World Championships in Manchester, 2008. Sort of the first time that they put these short course worlds in a temporary location. So it was in the velodrome there, wasn't it?
It wasn't a velodrome. It was I think it was a concert hall. Yeah, they have a lot of music festivals.
Yeah, it was a big crowd.
Now we've got, this is going to be quick, the women's 50 metres freestyle final coming up. The world record standing at 22.93.
Melbourne, it's time for the final of the women's 50-meter freestyle. In lane 8, representing France, Melanie Hanique.
Melanie Hanique has run a crucial leg on the mixed 4x50 free relay to deliver gold and a world record
In lane
to France.
1, representing United States of America, Erica Brown.
24-year-old American. She tied for bronze, the Budapest World Championships.
In lane 7, representing Australia, Meg Harris.
She tied with this woman, Meg Harris, bronze in Budapest, gold here in Melbourne in the 4x100 free relay.
In lane 2, representing Denmark, Julie Kep Jensen.
Jensen, the 22-year-old with the best 23.79, a finalist at the long course championships.
In lane 6, representing Great Britain, Anna Hopkin.
Olympic champion Anna Hopkin in the mixed medley relay in Tokyo last year, loves the 50-metre sprint.
In lane 3, representing Sweden, Michelle Coleman.
Coleman, 29 years of age, at her 6th World Short Course Championships, dating back to 2010.
In lane 5, representing Australia, Emma McKeon.
How about that for a reception? The greatest Olympian of all time in Australia. McKeon will swim in 5.
Representing Poland, Katarzyna Wasiek.
And Wasiek, the 30-year-old from Poland, tied for 5th at the Olympic Games. She was the bronze medalist in Abu Dhabi this time last year. The women's 50 metres freestyle final featuring Wasiek, the fastest qualifier in 4, and the home favourite here, McKeon in lane 5.
Yeah, this will come down to execution to decide the fastest women in the short course pool. Wasiek has a superior best time, but McKeon, we know how good she is at racing.
Brown in lane 1. Harris, the second of the Australians in 7, alongside Hopkin. Wasiek, McKeon, even start here. Wasiek in 4, in the yellow. McKeon, lane 5, going well. McKeon, so too Hini in lane number 8 as they get to the halfway mark. It's McKeon who leads. In second place, it's Jensen, lane 2, and McKeon is surging home. McKeon's in front. Challenge coming from Wasiek. It's Emma McKeon, a gold medal in a championship record time. Another win for McKeon. She is a superstar. Wasiek the silver, Hopkin bronze.
McKeon delivers yet again here in Melbourne. What a crowd favourite she's become. Not adept to swim in the short course 53. But when it comes to the splash and dash, that was a big margin in the end. Championship record time. Off the blocks. She got the better of the starts. As we said, it all came down to execution, and Wasiek kind of missed it. There in the white cap at the 25 metres. McKeon was 0.2 ahead. No one's going to chase her down on that second lap with a lead that far. And look at that stroke. She's just like a locomotive machine. Keeps going, head still, no breath. Great under pressure. Takes out the sprint double in Melbourne. The 100 followed by the 50.
Well, Emma McKeon rarely swims the World Short Course Championship. She did in 2010. She wasn't sighted until now, but what a splash she is making here in Melbourne. McKeon, Wasiek, Hopkin.
Emma, congratulations. A fantastic start to your night. And what a way to finish it. A championship record and doing it here in front of this crowd.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love racing in front of an Australian crowd, and honestly, we never really get the chance to race in front of this many people, and you know, this many people that really support us. So it's awesome to come out here and win for them all.
Right? And especially in a 50, I know there's like no margin for error in that. So to be able to pull it out on the night is always a win.
Yeah, I kind of just knew I had to kill my start. And I think if they do the race analysis, my coach has to have 4 of those little Yakult things. He hates them if I've done a under 5.9. So hopefully I'm there.
Well, I'm not sure, but I'm sure he'll tell you. Look, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, a new championship record for the incredible Emma McKeon.
She is one super racer, 28 years of age. She's won 5 Olympic gold medals now, 4 World Championship long course gold medals, and she just keeps racking up the golds. 2 golds here tonight. So it's just in the prime of her career. Now the men's 50 metres freestyle final, and this is going to be very, very special. Crooks, Proud, Chalmers, Carter.
It's time for our final race of the night, the final of the men's 50-meter freestyle. Swimming in lane 8, representing France, Maxime Grousset.
Here's Grousset, the Frenchman in 8. Had a great week of racing in Melbourne. He's ready.
In lane 1, representing France, Florent Manadou.
Manadou in lane number 1, so France with the bookends there. 8-1, Manadou the championship record holder.
In lane 7, representing Trinidad and Tobago, Dylan Carter.
Carter trying to get the crowd involved. 3 wins on the World Cup circuit this year in the 50 freestyle.
In lane 2, representing Great Britain, Lewis Edward Burra.
Burris of Great Britain, a 22-year-old, 7th in the Budapest finals, silver medalist in the Commonwealth Games.
In lane 6, representing Australia, Kyle Chalmers.
King Kyle. He's had a fantastic week in Melbourne. Kenny challenge in the sprint. Chalmers in 6.
In lane 3, representing Hungary, Sebastian Savo.
Savo just missing the medals in Budapest. He finished 4th. 26-year-old Hungarian.
In lane 5, representing Great Britain, Benjamin Proud.
Proud's been undefeated for the past 12 months. Commonwealth, World, and European champion right now.
And in lane 4, from the Cayman Islands, Jordan Brewer.
The Cayman Islands have never medalled at the World Championships, and this fellow is only 0.15 of a second off the world record. What a race. The men's 50 metres freestyle. All the stars are here. Crooks is flying at the moment. Proud, the defending champion, Chalmers and Carter.
This is the final of the men's 50-meter freestyle.
Will history be made here for the Cayman Islands? Even start here. Crooks in 4, Proud in 5, Chalmers and Carter. And going well, it's Proud, our defending champion, who'll probably lead at this point. Joint leaders there, Crooks and Proud, and they bring it home now. And here comes Jordan Crooks. Proud over the top of him. This is on the touch. I think he's got there. He has. History's made. The Cayman Islands victorious. At the World Championships, Jordan Crooks has done it. 20.46. Proud silver medal. Carter for Trinidad and Tobago takes bronze.
Crooks, he delivers. He becomes the fastest man in the world. 20.46. There's going to be parties in the Cayman Islands tonight. And 2 from the Caribbean on the podium. Dylan Carter got 3rd. Proud was out quick. He hasn't lost a 53 all year, Ben Proud. There he's in the red. They turn together, but Crooks underwater. Look at him. Just really use those hips. He came up ahead. Wasn't much in it at the finish. There never is in the 53. But just stroking out there at the finish. Jordan Crooks, what a breakout week he's having in Melbourne. He's been racing in lane 4 in every semi and every final. And now he claims gold in the one that everyone wants, the 50 freestyle.
A remarkable story. The Cayman Islands victorious in the blue ribbon event here. The men's 50 metres freestyle. Gold to Crooks of the Cayman Islands. Proud silver. Carter, Trinidad and Tobago bronze.
Jordan, congratulations. It's your debut World Championships, right? What a performance. Debut World Championships. Dominated the NCAAs. Managed to carry that momentum through to this meet. Now World Champion. Talk us through your thoughts.
I'm just really happy to be here. Very grateful for my coaches, my family, God, most of all. And yeah.
I mean, you've had some absolutely storming performances this year. I think I read you managed to knock 4 strokes off your 50 this year. I mean, that's an amazing thing to do. A lot of hard work working with your coaches.
Yes, I think my coaches are amazing. I want to say thank you to all of them. They each, give me their different perspectives, and I think have allowed me to grow and develop a lot more than I ever thought possible.
Well, look, mate, as such a young man, I think we're going to see great things from you in the future. Congratulations. Your new world champion, ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Crooks.
The Cayman Islands with a population of 66,000 people, and this fellow will be the king of the island. What a performance by Jordan Crooks. Capital is Georgetown. It's a small area in North America. And Jordan Crooks has come out and upstage, well, Great Britain with the defending champion, Ben Proud. Australia with Kyle Chalmers.
What about that? Crooks and Carter. It's going to be a memorable podium later tonight, and it's got to be said, big congratulations to the coaching staff, as Crooks said, from the University of Tennessee, where he now lives and trains.
Well, we've got to draw breath now. We've got the medals to be presented. The men's 400 metres individual medley.
The medal ceremony for the men's 400-metre individual medley. The medals will be presented by World Aquatics Treasurer, Mr. Dale Newberger. Winner of the bronze medal, representing South Africa, Matthew Sates. Winner of the silver medal, representing United States of America, Carson Foster. World champion and winner of the gold medal, representing Japan, Daya Seto.
Yeah, number 6, Seto. Sates enjoying his visit to Melbourne. Certainly going to hear much more about Matthew Sates. He's already made headlines, but there's a lot more to come for this 19-year-old. Foster with his brother in the field as well. Carson taking the silver. His older brother Jake was unplaced in that final.
Yes, Seto, a decade of dominance, 6 in a row in this event from 2012 to 2022.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Japan. Melbourne, give it up for your medalists.
Record for Deo Seto, just absolutely remarkable. Winning it every year since 2012. In fact, before Seto started this winning run in 2012 in Istanbul, which extended to Doha, Windsor, Hangzhou, and also Abu Dhabi. It was Ryan Lochte who was on a winning streak. Lochte won 3 in a row in Shanghai and Manchester and Dubai.
Yeah, and Lochte could just swim so many events. Any event he wanted, in fact. Similar to Seto, I guess, but that's what you need in the 400 IM, but, you know, Lochte winning backstrokes, 203. I think he was in a 50 breast final at one point. Of course, the IMs. Did some butterfly later on in his career as well. And not officially retired, I think, Ryan Lochte. He still races a little bit in the US. Seto sort of came through in that, that last peak Olympic cycle that we saw from Phelps and Lochte between 2012 and 2016. We had Seto and, of course, his old sparring partner in Japan, Kosuke Higino, who was probably the better of the two in the long course. Well, definitely in the long course pool. Higino, bronze medal in the 400 IM in London and gold in Rio. Seto, a handful of Olympic medals, but he's dying to become Olympic champion. He would risk it all to take that. They both, Higino and Seto, not performing to expectations last year at the home Olympic Games in Tokyo. Extremely difficult to perform like that in front of home fans and in that lead up, especially this time around, that difficult COVID interrupted, you know, couple of years leading into the Olympic Games. But we're still seeing Seto, not so much surprise, but learning new things, racing the 200 breaststroke, racing this 400 AM differently to what he's done before, and still on top and really happy. Does not take it for granted, as you could tell from his interview.
28 years of age, you wonder how many more titles he can win, and really 6 in a row. You can't imagine that ever being matched, let alone bettered in any event. In the meantime, we'll continue presenting the medals here. Next up, this will be a popular one for the locals, the women's 50 metres freestyle.
The medal ceremony for the women's 50-metre freestyle. The medals will be presented by World Aquatics Second Vice President, Mr. Matthew Dunn. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Great Britain, Anna Hopkin. Winner of the silver medal, representing Poland, Katarzyna Wasik. world champion and winner of the gold medal, representing Australia, Emma McKeon. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Australia. Melbourne, give it up for our medalists.
What a night for Emma McKeon. What a championship for Emma McKeon. Gold in a championship record time. Vasek 23.55. The margin, half a second there. That's a huge margin in the 50 metres freestyle. And Anna Hopkin in third place for the bronze medal.
Yeah, really starting to put together the race well in the 50s. McKeon especially under pressure. We saw that in Tokyo last year. We've seen it on relays for her over the past 10 years now, doing it individually and, you know, across multiple events in the short course pool as well. And there's plenty of expectation there from the crowd, but she really seems to be soaking it in here in Melbourne and producing her best swimming in front of these fans, and they're really, really appreciative of the performances that they've got to witness from Emma McKeon here in Melbourne at these championships.
So Emma McKeon winning this event just as Libby Lenton did back in Shanghai. That was in 2006. They're the only Australians to win this event, 50 metres freestyle. There's David McKeon, Cody Simpson, her partner there. David McKeon, of course, has represented Australia many times over the years. So they're a sporting family. And Emma and David's uncle, Rob Woodhouse, he was an exceptional medley swimmer himself for many, many years throughout the 90s and probably maybe into the early 2000s. It's in the blood.
Yeah, we're seeing the Pallister family a lot on screens here, the McKeon family as well, and on top of that, Cody Simpson's parents both swam for Australia too. So that's where his drive and passion comes from.
And now, the last of the ceremonies this evening, the men's 50 metres freestyle. This is going to be amazing. I've never heard the Cayman Islands national anthem.
The medal ceremony for the men's 50 metre freestyle. The medals will be presented by World Aquatics President, Captain Hussein Al-Masala. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Trinidad and Tobago, Dylan Carter. Winner of the silver medal, representing Great Britain, Benjamin Proud. World champion and winner of the gold medal, representing Cayman Islands, Jordan Crooks.
Dylan Carter there on the podium again. Loves the short course sprints, this Carter, and Proud. Undefeated this year, but claims his first silver medal, but been an extremely successful year for Ben Proud. But Crooks could not be denied. It's the slowest of his 3 swims, but good enough for gold and executing in the final, which is a hard skill to learn.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Cayman Islands. Melbourne, give it up for our medalists.
The Cayman Islands. 3 islands in the Caribbean Sea. There's the Grand Canyon, that's the largest. Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. And I reckon there wouldn't be too many people among the population of 66,500 who aren't aware right now of the feat of Jordan Crooks. World champion. They'd never won a medal. In fact, they rarely featured. I think I'm right in saying they wouldn't have had a finalist until these championships. Jordan Crooks was in the 100 final as well. But here we are. He's the world champion. And not only that, of course, Ben Proud the silver, but as you mentioned, the bronze medal as well to Trinidad and Tobago. First and third for islands in the Caribbean.
Well, the Cayman, they've got the Fraser brothers, Brett and Sean. They swam quite well for a number of years. I'm not sure if they would have made World Championship finals before, but definitely featured in semis. And Carter there for Trinidad and Tobago, while following in the footsteps of the great George Bavell, world and Olympic medalist in multiple events was Bavell. So we're starting to see the splash and dash, the 50, just a lot of diversity when it comes to the finalists, the semi-finalists and the medalists. And Proud, always there. He's been on a lot of podiums, again, for about 7 or 8 years now, but still looking for an Olympic medal. And the time from Crooks is the other important thing. So we know Caleb Dressel holds that world record, but he was only 15/100ths of a second away from it last night in the semis. And he's only 20 years of age. And he's got a lot of racing still to come. The all-important NCAAs will feature in March, where he'll swim for the University of Tennessee. He's the second fastest short course yards 50 freestyler in history behind Dressel. I think at the moment he currently ranks 4th or 5th in this short course meters event, but definitely climbing the rankings faster than anybody else in the world right now.
So gold medal #1 for the Cayman Islands. Great Britain, of course, have collected a lot over the years, but this is only the 4th medal for Trinidad and Tobago as well. 1 silver and now 3 bronze medals. They have never won gold, but not all that far away here either. What a night it's been. So many highlights, so many memories, Bobby. And it's hard to pick out the best of the moments. There were so many to look at.
The last 3 nights have been absolutely electrifying here at the 2022 Short Course World Championships. 2 world records to start the night. Look at that finish. The Australian women, so tough to beat. Wilson with a clutch anchor to deliver gold in the medley relay. And the men, another gold medal and another world record to the team from Italy. They proved to be way too strong for the rest of the field, and they had a lot of fun doing it. Gregorio Paltrineri, he followed up from his teammates. 2 gold medals in a row for the Italian men, where he won the 800 freestyle. And then plenty of semi-final and final action to conclude the night. Hallie Flickener got her turn to top the World Championship podium, winning the women's 400 IM, and 6 in a row for that man. Daya Seto of Japan, a decade of dominance, winning the 400 IM again and again and again. I can't say that too many times because it's been 6. And finishing with the men's and women's splash and dash, the all-important 50 freestyle to determine the fastest swimmer in the world. And that's who it was, Emma McKeon of Australia. The home crowd fans really got her home there to deliver her 7th medal of the championships. And what an upset. What a new name on everybody's lips here at these championships. Jordan Crooks delivers for the Cayman Islands gold in the men's 50 freestyle.
A magic night here. And the medals, well, the United States with 13, Australia 11, so that gap has closed a little tonight. Australia with 2 golds this evening, Italy 2 golds, the United States, Japan 1, and so too the Cayman Islands taking a gold medal. 2 silvers to New Zealand. Great Britain yet to crack a gold here, 1 silver and 2 bronze medals. And plenty of other countries getting involved in the celebrations as well, including Trinidad and Tobago, who get their first medal of the World Championships. Tomorrow, it is the last day, so we've got a shortish heat session in the morning with those heats of the women's and men's 200 freestyle, also the 200 backstroke for women and men, and those 4x100 metres medley relays. Well, that's all tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow night, we'll have 10 races, and they will all be for gold medals. What a venue, what a night. I hope you're enjoying our coverage of the World Championships here in Melbourne. We'll see you tomorrow.